And yeah, let's talk about the Rugby World Cup finals. A lot of drama, a lot of action, emotions. The stakes were incredibly high. And I believe you must give credit where credit is due. The All Blacks fight a hard, brutal battle. And they refused. Sorry, I think that I am freezing right now. It seems as if there's a bit of technical difficulties. Let me see. Right. Let's just see. I'll just continue talking until the internet has caught up with me. Because that is the thing when you do live shows, it's anything can happen. So I'll just continue to talk about the World Cup, the emotions that are running high, the criticisms, and like I've said before the game, this is going to be a game where it's going to be debated, criticized, dissect, because the stakes were incredibly high. None of the two teams between South Africa and New Zealand made it easy for the other team. But the big bone of contention and the big debate and the criticism, it is around the cards that were issued. The first yellow card was issued within 3 minutes. I think it was less than 3 minutes of the game. And this is what happened during that 3 minutes, or within, I think it was at 2:37 when it happened. When you look closely, the white boot at the bottom that's sticking out from under the number 6 all black player, that is the foot of the South African hooker Bongi Mbonambe. If you look closely, you can see that is his leg. I will just go back to the previous picture. So when I saw that one, I wanted it to be a yellow card. For some reason, my image is frozen. So for the duration until the internet has caught up with me, I will just be showing the pictures of the match and to explain why they were issued with yellow cards. In this instance, when I saw the injury of Bongi, my first instinct was like the New Zealand player Shannon Frizzell. I thought you're supposed to get a yellow, you're supposed to get a red card. It seemed deliberate, and that is up for debate. It might not have been intentional. It might have been, it might not, because it's very easy to sit here comfortably and look at it from different angles, to pass judgment or to have an opinion. But the laws of rugby state a player must not drop onto one player must not drop onto another player and target the lower limbs. So Shannon Frizzell got a yellow card because it seemed as if he targeted the lower limbs of a player, of Bongi. So the beauty of laws and regulations, it stipulates how players should behave on the pitch. It stipulates the rule of the game, but there are rules, but then there are interpretations of the rules. And each referee, because it's very easy to compare when you compare this game to another game, who got a red card, who got a yellow card, when you compare the different reactions of referees in the different games, It's easy to draw comparison, but at the end of the day, it's the interpretation of the referees. And also, another thing that I've come to realize is that this happens, when you sit in front of your TV screen, you have the luxury of replay after replay, whereas the referee is in the midst of things. It's a fast-paced game, and especially when the stakes are high, as in a Rugby World Cup final, when so much is at stake. So in a case like that, it's easy for a referee to miss something. And that is why I say for me, Wayne Barnes, he did an excellent job. This game was highly contested. It was fast-paced. It was South Africa, whose defense is just out of this world, against the All Blacks, whose attacking game is out of this world. So it was two top-notch teams who came together, who initially were not the favorite at all. And Wayne Barnes, the referee, was thrown into the midst of that. And I've heard commentating where someone said it seemed as if he was second-guessing himself the whole time. That's not what it seemed like to me. What it seemed like to me was a referee who was in control of the game, who showed his authority without coming across as a bully. And when a difficult decision needed to be made, he didn't make a unanimous decision. He consulted and then he reffed. And for me, it says something about a man. And by the way, Wayne Barnes is one of the best referees in the world. But of course, depending on who you look and whose supporter you ask, you will get a different answer. So this was the first yellow card, and this card was issued to the New Zealander, Shannon Frizzell. But it didn't end there. And the reason why he did not get why it wasn't upgraded to a red card, it was foul play, but that wasn't perceived as reckless and dangerous. And reckless and dangerous play in the case of rugby, it is when it is above the shoulder line. So ultimately, the rules are there to protect the players, and the ref can only interpret it at the best of his abilities on the day. And when you look back in hindsight, there's always something you could have done better. There's always something you could improve upon. There's always something that you miss, because you are with the players on the ground. You don't have the ideal angle than what the cameras have and what the TMO has and everyone, because when you look, depending on where you stand, you will have, depending on your vantage point, you will have a different view of what is happening. Then let's go to the second yellow card in the game. No player wants to see a yellow card, especially not in rugby. In the case of Sam Cane, the captain of New Zealand, when he collided with Jesse Kriel of South Africa, when you look at how that happened, it was in the midst of the game. It was fast-paced. Jesse had the ball. He was looking at different ways on how to dodge the all black players. And Sam Cane came charging at him, and Jesse changed position. So that happened in split seconds. That happened so fast that they collided. So initially, Sam Cane got a yellow card. Just to stop on what it means, in rugby, when you get a yellow card, you get sent, they call it, you get sent to the sin bin. So for 10 minutes, you cannot play. So basically, the team whose player got a yellow card then has to play with 14 players. So in this case, at first he got a yellow card, Sam Cane was sent off, and then the yellow card was upgraded to a red card. The reason for that, they say, I want to quote what if there was a high degree of danger. And I will come back to what the law says about rugby. You get foul play. Then you get under foul play. You get dangerous play. You get reckless play. And dangerous and reckless play, it's when a player gets hit or there's contact, as they phrase it, above the line of the shoulder. Whether it was intentional, whether it was an accident, whether it was deliberate or not, or it happened in the heat of the moment. The description is, the explanation was there was a high degree of danger. So based on that, because Sam Cane's head made contact, I think it was with the cheekbone of Jesse Kriel. But it happened so fast, it's difficult to see. It happened extremely fast. So that's why it was upgraded. Personally, I feel it was a bit harsh because in that instant, he didn't have time to change direction. He didn't have time to mitigate, to prevent the collision. And he got red carded based on the angle at how they came at each other. And the reason why he got red carded, it's also adding on to that, Jesse had the ball. So it was seemed as if he was attacking him deliberately. In a way that was seen as illegal because of the laws and the rules of rugby. But I still think it was harsh and it should have stayed a yellow card. But that's just my opinion. Then Siya Kolisi, another yellow card. But in this case, also the captain of the South African team. And this is why maybe many All Black supporters feel that the referee was biased. But remember, the decision wasn't taken by the referee. It was put under review. And then when it came back, Siya's card stayed a yellow card, whereas with Sam Cane, he got a red one. The reason why Siya wasn't upgraded to a red card, they said there was change of dynamics and there was mitigation. When you compare between the way Siya came in and the way Sam Cane came in, it was just an issue of angles. Siya came in a little bit lower, but his head, he tackled him below the shoulders, but as he lifted his head, made still contact with the face, I think it was Adi Sevilla. Just like I said before, this happened in the heat of the moment. It happened while in the middle of play, when your focus is to get the ball. Your focus is to disarm, for lack of a better word, to disarm your opponent, to take the ball from the opponent. And in that few seconds, so many things can go wrong at any given moment. So many things. And this is what happened in the case of Siya, where it wasn't seen, even though it was reckless and it seemed dangerous, and according to the officials, it was mitigating and there was a change in dynamics. I know it's a bitter pill to swallow. It's not easy. Then Mr. Colby. This one, at first, I did not get it because it happened so fast. Like, people were still asking, what happened? Why did he get a yellow card? The rules, once again, of rugby, it states a player must not charge or knock down an opponent carrying a ball without attempting to grasp the ball. Then there's another rule. It says a player must not intentionally knock the ball forward with his hand or arm. And that is a deliberate knock-on. So again, in the heat of the moment, wanting to stop the player, it seemed as if he wanted to hit it out of the player's hand. So those are the rules, and he got a yellow card. It happened so fast that few people understood what was actually going on and why was he sent off. But that is the reason. It says the rule 11.3 states a player must not intentionally knock the ball forward with hand or arm. And that's it. Those are the rules that determined the outcome of this game. And there were many other little things that were missed. There were many things that both South African supporters as well as the All Black supporters were unhappy about. But at the end of the day, it was a game filled with drama. It was a game where the stakes were very high, and really literally you could see both teams. They were giving at it their all. There was so much risk involved, and here we are singing South Africa has won the World Cup. I just wanted to show this picture of where Colby got the yellow card, which it broke all our hearts when you got a yellow card. It broke our hearts when Sia got a yellow card, because at some stage no one knew which way the game was going to go. It was unbelievably close. It was unbelievably tense, and we knew that at any given moment, anything can happen that could swing the game in either the favor of New Zealand or it could stay in the favor of South Africa. And this game did not disappoint. But in the spirit of sportsmanship, let's congratulate the winners. Let's congratulate the team who has won the World Cup. But also let's appreciate the effort of the opponents that they have put in. It was well played, tensions were high, and my heart broke for the All Blacks at the end of the day. To see a team that played with so much heart, with so much passion, who gave it their all, to see their pain and disappointment written on the faces of a formidable team of worthy opponents. It was not a funny thing, and it was not something to enjoy. But guys, you played a good game. You did not disappoint. And yeah, that's it for me. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment on this video. Because rugby is a sports, bring people together. But comment, let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree or if you disagree, because this is the beauty of this platform, for interaction and to share opinions. Thank you for watching, and I'm sorry, my face, I'm still frozen like an eternity in time. So I will just say thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and keep on watching this channel.